many people tend to go to, how many people do you guys tend to see on a first call? How many people do you tend to see for a callback? And how many people tend to be put on a veil? I just threw that one in there.
Sure. This has changed in the last few years, especially with the virtual options. We're seeing a little bit more people than we would in person just because of time. I would say on average, you want to see for a first call, and again, this changes, this could be a little bit more, a little bit less, but I'm going to say between 25 and 30 people per role.
Okay.
On a first call. It can be more like if I'm doing the same part all day, then that's obviously going to be more, and I'm going to end up seeing 50, 75, 80, 90, 100 people for the same part, because that's all I'm doing all day. Okay. But if I'm doing several different roles for the same commercial in one day, then it obviously depends on how many roles I'm seeing that day, because there's only a limited amount of time that I have to see people. So let's say on average, a commercial is going to have at least 2 people, 3 or 4, right? I'll see somewhere in between 25, 30 people per part. And then for callbacks, depending on whether, like if the parts are equally important, like there's not like a spokesperson and then 2 or 3 other people, but it's equally important parts. I'll see somewhere in between, I'm gonna say 10 and 15 for callbacks, 12, something like that on average. And again, sometimes it's a lot less, but some directors only want to see like 5. Okay. So it depends, it varies, but on average, the big picture is kind of like that. Oh, and avails, yes. 3, like you'll usually have 3 people on avail, no more than that. It's usually 2, like you'll have, you know, kind of like a first choice on a backup situation. And then sometimes clients just kind of want to have somebody else in the back pocket just in case something happens. Okay. That changes with children. With children, you want to have maybe another option just in case kids are unavailable or they get sick or they can't get out of school. But for adults, 2, 3 at most.